Hello, it is Media Center Ukraine Odesa, and today we are starting our day of briefings. And our first guest is Roman Drach. He's the head of the um, uh, rendering service of Ukraine in Odesa region, and he is to tell us about the demining areas and about the working regions in Mykolaiv and Chernihiv regions. Please, we're giving the floor to our speaker. Good day to you all. My name is Roman, and I'm the head of the department of the Ukraine National Demining Service in Odesa region, and our department is in charge of demining of Odesa region, of remnants of war left here after the Second World War and during this war since the beginning of the Russian Federation. Since the moment of the Russian Federation invasion in our territory in Ukraine, there are lots of explosive devices left, mines, shells, projectiles, unexploded devices. Our department and the State Service Department, we are both involved in battle area clearance in Ukraine, in those territories, in contact with various range of explosive devices and ammunition left by the aggressors. The service, our Ukrainian service, they are in charge of destroying these devices and clearing all the territories. Today, what have you faced in your last business trip in Mykolaiv region? It is a question. There we were working with such ammunition as, we are well aware of the aggressors being in the territory of Mykolaiv region. They are inside the specific territory, so we saw them lots of UODs, AXOs and EEDs and various and other various types of devices. Lately, the territory of Ukraine, the territory of your region and Mykolaiv region are attacked by various missiles and projectiles. How many cases do you have of unexploded devices? Yeah, we faced various cases when the full attack was against Mykolaiv region and Odesa region, and cassette devices, cassette explosive devices were used. So and lots of them were left as unexploded. So the special service, the specialists are to work further with such ammunition. They are in charge of finding them, detecting them, and destroying them. Maybe somebody from the hall has a question. I can give the floor to all those interested. Journal music. My question is, what training you had for dealing with such activities? Our departments, even before the war, were involved with the destruction of various ammunition as the modern we had before in 2016 or 2017 at the warehouses such ammunition and exploded devices were detected, so the departments were in charge of their destruction. So we constantly conduct the trainings, and we conducted as before and now too. How often did you have such cases when you worked with IEDs, improvised explosive devices? As I know that sometimes they do not explode, and inside they contain the explosive as the explosant, so they are highly dangerous. Yes, we constantly have such cases, and we constantly detect various different types of ammunition used, um, different shells or mines, and explosive, as I told before, explosive remnants of war, AOs, small arms ammunition left, and lots of them they are abandoned and unexploded. So our departments, our units are in charge of such activities as to detect such abandoned ammunition or unexploded ammunition left and to destroy it. Um, I am aware that it is a question from the hall, that I'm aware that the special procedure is for working with the ammunition. Special units, they go to the field in lines in a row, one by one. As for first, the special department is to detect the ammunition. The second is to destroy them. Yes, it's true, and we work according to special procedure as well. Another question from the hall regarding the explosive remnants of war and other ammunition left since the war. How often is it? And how is it different from the modern ones? Yeah, the techniques of creating such devices has changed, of course, but still same explosions are used. So we work with the various ammunition and explosive devices, and it is a highly important matter. So we perform various trainings for preparing our specialists to work with such ammunition. How often did you work with remotely controlled mines? Yeah, these mines are we also have in our activities. We face such cases when we should work with them, and they are highly dangerous as well, and not it's not easy to detect them. So such mines as, for instance, bomb 2 or a farm, it's prohibited to demine such mines, so they should be destroyed in situ. So we follow in our activities a special procedure regarding each type of ammunition. For making the territory safe, we use the various machines and devices, equipment, as we use detection equipment and other devices according to the safety procedure, which are helpful to us in our activities. Another question from the hall. Could you please tell us when your um, last travel finished, when you worked in other regions, and did you communicate with the people there, and what information did you get there? Yeah, we communicated with the locals, as we were informed about the demining cases, specifically from the people living in such regions. Um, so we received information from these locals, and then created a specific procedure how to act further. So to go first to the territory and to perform the battle area clearance, or first we should detect what left there, and then follow specific regulation or procedure. I specifically have heard about such cases um, when locals told about specific ways how the territory is cleared, is demined, um, what locals saw in their regions. They, yes, we also received information about various ways, various methods, mining methods, and equipment used, about specific traps, the mining booby traps, and how people worked, what they did with such devices. Thank you, Vital. Please, could you tell us from your experience whether you had unique cases when uh, something unique which nobody has had before in war? For instance, did you have some unique, specific cases, demining cases, your particular case, and that such a case which nobody had before? I can share with you not just from my experience, but from what I heard in Mykolaiv, how the kindergartens there and schools are demined there. Um, for instance, the territory of school and territory of a kindergarten, they were mined. So when the aggressors are in such circumstances, and when they mine, they make specific booby traps and other devices placed in such places as schools and kindergartens. They mine everything, even the piano and other objects that are inside. Um, it is very often done when lots of objects are dangerous as others and mined. We had such cases, and we still have, when locals they suffer of demined areas and objects, as it is very often when somebody is injured due to. Thank you for your attention, and thank you for clearing the information. I'm very grateful to you all. Thank you so much for being with us and for hearing the information. We are finishing our briefing already, as unfortunately, and so we are to meet with you in some day.